Alright, hello, welcome in, stargazers. How is everybody doing today? Hello. Welcome in. Hello, do we not have a... There we go. Hello, Janu, hello, Slime Zero, hello, Weston Fox, hello, MG, hello, Aegis, hello, Vessa, hello, Arknight, hello, Zangetsu, thank you for the pin, hello, KLMX, hello, Babylon, hello, Dark Turtle Knight, hello, Treon, hello, Stockler, hello, THLPH, hello, Dao, hello, welcome in, how is everybody doing? Hello, Bloodsuli, hello, Uncreative, welcome in. Hopeless Amy, hello, welcome in. Ayo, Treon, I will be in and out of chat. Alright, sounds good. Do what you need to do. Yeah, we are making a plushie of Horn so that we are ready for upcoming stuff. Because you know what, I figured, like, okay, I feel like they know that there's going to be plushies at this point. The surprise has worn off, so now I can just do them on stream and stay on top of things and get things done, right? Right? Hopefully. More or less, right? Doing fine, actually finishing this piece. Oh? That sounds exciting. What do you mean you lost? What did you lose? What? What do you mean by lost? Daho, I swear! Are you kidding me right now? Oh. If you don't know why I'm mad, consider yourself lucky. I bet that you'll draw a Sylach, and What did you bet?! Oh my gosh. Oh, come here. Here in the land of Robo, it is stormy and rainy all day, and relatively chilly compared to how it has been. Low 70s instead of high 90s. I think we swapped weathers. Hello, Catch! Why her in particular? I am told what makes the most sense for upcoming stuff without being told anything about what the upcoming stuff is. I'm just told, like, hey, I want to do a plushie that fits the next event. And then it's like, okay, this is probably who appears the most and is most frequently prominent, etc. And it's like, okay, cool. With Chapter 9, it was kind of up in the air what we were gonna do. But Siam Zero had been mentioning Bagpipe so often beforehand, and I'm like, you know what? Bagpipe will probably be very appreciated. He's also not told if it's going to spoil the story, even if it's most prominent. Yeah, I have no spoilers. All I'm just told is, here is operator name. Go. Oh my gosh. Hello, Johnny Virtual. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Oh my gosh. Stockler, you are being called out. Oh. Read the chat, sir. Johnny Virgil says, hi, old man. Thank you for saving me. Angry face, angry face, angry face, angry face. Oh my god. And it was? I'm glad. I'm really glad. I was like, I don't know anything about Bagpipe, but you know what? Siam Zero really likes Bagpipe, so let's do a plush of Bagpipe. And yeah, I mean, like, it could have been Syla. We were kind of like throwing up in the air what made the most sense at the time. And this time it was like, okay, Horn makes the most sense. And I was like, okay, fair enough, sounds good. Don't need to know any details at all. Just being told, like, hey, this makes sense. The only, we slightly edited, how we do things, because I remember talking to KLMX, and I was like, hey, you don't need to tell me if there's gonna be, like, a spoiler or something, but do tell me if I waste my time doing one of these. Because when we did Near Light, I was like, okay, Neural. Clearly Neural. Gonna draw Neural. And then, it was like, oh, but she's in her, her alt version, like, the entire time. But I spent so much time doing her base version. Because I told Galen X, I'm like, okay, when the alt eventually becomes prominent in the story, I'm gonna switch it, and it's gonna be really cool. And then it was like, in the first stage, and I was like, oh, okay. Oh, it's fine. It was funny. It was funny. Because, I was like, okay, so next time, don't tell me the story situation, but do let me know if it's going to be, like, a little too much work. So that's pretty much where we're at now. So we've learned over time, and now I think we're in a pretty good place. The Plushie normal version was sitting beside you watching her alt be all cool on screen, so it was okay. It would have been mad fun if you switched her out completely wordlessly. I was trying to. Didn't really work. Will the plushies have their spots on the starting soon walkway? My thought is that, maybe at some point, if I can figure out how to do it, it would be fun to do, in the just chatting in the background here. Because this is just Sky. I figured maybe here it might make sense. But it kind of depends how we arrange chat, and we would have to redesign this whole thing around me. E.g., why we won't have GG plushie. 3 hours of work for 6 hours of story. Yeah, exactly. If I'm doing a plushie, it should at least be a plushie that we have for, like, ideally 2 weeks of streams at minimum, you know? Love the new starting soon animation. Thank you, Trion. I'm really glad. I'm glad to hear that. But yeah, I think it would be fun if maybe the plushies were, like, behind me here. I would probably have to... Most likely, I would probably squash the chat in half, and then give more room for plushies. But I don't know. We'll have to see. It would be a lot easier to just sort of, like, arrange and add them as we go. Fill up the shelves, quite literally. Fluffy, hello, how are you doing? Hello. Good to see you, Did YouTube do something again? They made the entire chat text larger. What? What do you mean? Should I throw in more operator records so we get more time for a GG plush? Oh. Or one out for Gigi, condemned to vignettes. It's kind of funny because I actually assumed that Gigi had an entirely dedicated side story. And then I think I realized that I was mixing her up at the time with Pepe, and the fact that Mizuki had a dedicated side story that wasn't a dedicated side story, it was IS. But because I was looking at stuff Nami had done, and she had done, like, some IS stream, I assumed it was a side story. So, all of her children, I assumed the wrong thing about how their stories are told. Rassalon, hello, how are you doing? Welcome in. Sometimes the text randomly becomes larger on the phone. That is strange. Also, hello, Lilith. I'm good, just chilling? Well, I'm glad that you can hang out and just chill with us. We're happy to have you for chill. Chill time, yeah. Yeah, so I don't think we'll be able to get a GG plush, but I think we can try to get Horn done. Horn is complex. Design-wise, I'll probably give Horn her shield like I did with Neural. I'm just trying to think. There's so many elements here. YouTube Mobile has started giving you 4 to 6 ads per video. The heck? That's wild. That is really wild. Oh, jeez. I'm sorry to hear that. Alright. Let me go to the main scene here and we can get started. Let's jump here. Alrighty. We have a base! I pre-colored the eyes. I just have to remember to make them into diamond shape later. Just have her as a head peeking out from behind the shield. When I did it for Neural, I made the shield, like, smaller. Where is my lines to work with? I need these lines, and then I need this line, and then I need to name it, and then make it easy to read and see. Alrighty. Now, you see, these are the important ones. I just like to dress up my girl. Nami points to Mizuki and Pepe. Oh. Alright, let's see here. Horn's design is a bit odd, because she low-key is mostly gear. Yeah, honestly, I was kind of, I was like, oh, is this like... I was curious about that, because, I was like, okay, her design is not nearly as flashy as, like, a Mizuki or a Golden Glow. It's very, very subdued. It's very military, which I was kind of surprised about in terms of, like, main storyness, I guess. Because it's very, very subdued. It's not flashy at all. It's very neutral tones. Where is the brush I'm looking for? There it is. I've been using different brushes lately. Tactical feline. Let's see. Okay. Wait, feline? No, Lupo. It makes sense for her given what you know about her so far. Yeah, that's true. Her skin, on the other hand, Chef's Kiss, still muted in color, but so fancy. I need to do a review of that at some point. Oh! Shoot, I was supposed to... Oh, it's fine, it's fine. We'll do it later. At some point I need to, What? Wait, there's so many millions of things. What? Huh? What? The file had her as feline when she was released. What? But she talks about her species. What? But she literally says, she literally talks about her father. What? That's a weird one to mess up because it's directly stated. Like, directly stated. That is really confusing, since this one's, like, very direct. All Aminella's cat? I am not cat. We don't talk about the Chinese one. I was about to say! Shoot, how am I doing the hair here? Usually what I have to do with the plush is I have to compare them against, like, a past plush, so I'll probably bring up, like, Fia's line art at some point or something and check it against it. Of course, it's not silly, everyone knows you're a wolf. Ah! Shush! No! We are not making that mistake! Please. Her ear is actually fairly prominently visible here, so I guess this one I'll show the ear. I normally hide the ear, but in this case I don't think I should. Let's see. Also, let me do this for you guys. I keep forgetting this is probably helpful for you. There we go. Throw you to the side here. I kind of need the opposite. No, that's... Nah, I can work with it. It's fine. Let's make this a little darker so it's not so blinding. There we go. That's better. Alrighty. I can work with that. That's fine. We can do that. Where is my... Okay. We got lines. Good. Okay. Are we all set up? trying to get everything working. Nope, that is gray. Okay. There we go. Are we back on track here, hopefully? Okay. Let's see. Let's make sure that we have a little bit of room for hair. Horn looks awesome. Horn is really cool. Not a sec. There we go. Alright, let's try to get a little bit of her hair detail in here. I'm trying to get the basic shapes that I can right now, and then I'll go and see what other details need to be added, but trying to get the basic hair shape, trying to get the basic, let me see. How is this done on the concept? Alright, it's kind of meant to be more split, I guess. From the side here. And she does have... I don't think we've had hair this long to deal with. I'm trying to think how I've done this before. With a plush. Because it's kind of going through here. Ah. Something like this, I guess? It's a little confusing how best to make it function. Something that... Felt cleaner before, didn't it? Alright, let's go back. And we'll just leave it like that. Alright. We've got a few hair clips, hair bands here that I can see. We've got more covered. I know I keep, like, going back and forth with different brushes. It's because these are set strangely, so I'll have to adjust and fix those later. Comms device doesn't really make sense for a plushie, but we go with it anyway. And I'll just do it in thicker color here for now. And then is it going over? Wait. And on. Okay, these are barrettes. So these are like different color here, here. We'll have something on the top here. Believe it or not, I am trying to simplify it. I'm just having a little bit of a hard time doing so. Bacon strips, hello, hello, welcome in, welcome in. Alright. I think we'll just leave the hair as is. I guess it's fine. The lawn hair, I struggle with how to do on plushies because of the proportion, so let's save that. Let's add the ears in. I made those a little too big. Used to doing Vulpo ears. Wait, actually, have I? I don't think I've done a plushie that has, like a standard carnivore mammal ears yet. I've done horses, I've done... Am I losing my brain here? I've done fish, horses. No, no, we did snow leopard. So snow leopard counts. But pointy ears. Pointy ears behave a little differently, I guess. They do look cat-like. How do I make them feel more wolf-like? I mean, honestly, they're just pointy. She's mistaken for a cat for that reason. Fair enough. Let's see how this goes. Artemis, what are you doing? The heck? What is this about? My gosh, thank you very much, Artemis. What are we doing here? What is this? Thank you very much. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for your support. Oh my gosh. Also, Crimson Mockingbird, thank you very much for subscribing on Twitch. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh my gosh. Finally, someone regular got hit. Oh my gosh. Thank you very much for doing that, Artemis. That's very kind of you. Thank you so much for the support. Goodness. Oh my... Thank you. I spent the last 15 minutes typing a funny message, but both Super Chat and Throne continued throwing error messages. What? We're taking the carpet bomb approach. Gosh. Thank you very much for the support. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Goodness. Oh. So here it is. Thank you. One day we're gonna snipe dog. Oh, jeez, you guys. Oh my gosh. Nobody will ever get you. You're gonna jinx it. Maybe you're intentionally trying to jinx it. Oh my gosh. Thank you very much. I very much appreciate the support. Thank you. Goodness gracious. Can you not get it as a mod or something? I'm not sure, I'm not sure, actually. But, yeah, thank you very much, Artemis, and thank you, Crimson Mockingbird. I hope you're having a good day today. Thank you. MG got it once? Okay, so it's just a gotcha. Really? Oh my goodness. Thank you though. It really helps a lot. It helps me be able to afford printer paper so that we can send out mail club stuff. I'm working so much behind the scenes of the mail club stuff. You guys have no idea. But I'm really excited about it. I hope you guys are too. You know what? You know what I'm gonna put? I'm gonna put the mail club on Throne. I'm gonna put the mail club on Throne. Like, you guys can support me by joining the mail club. But actually, though... Like... Artemis, what are you doing? What? Wait! Wait! What are you doing? What? What are you... What is happening? What is happening right now? Direct hit on MG! What the heck? What? I'm so confused right now. What is happening? Is there an echo in here? Oh my gosh. What? The integrity of its randomness. Oh, Artemis showed you indeed mods can get gifted. I guess so. much. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you, seriously. Goodness gracious. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I really very much appreciate it, so thank you. Seriously. Bad ideas in the eye of the beholder. Oh gosh. Seriously, thank you. I don't even know what I'm doing now. I'm trying to draw a wolf. Seriously, thank you though. Oh my gosh. Man, I really, really need to... I need more time in the day so that I can keep making things on stream better for you guys. I was about to tell Vessa next time it happens you should take one for the sake of paperwork, but I got a bit distracted and now I have to pick up the slack for my mistake. Oh. Gosh. Alrighty. Does she not have... This is very flat. She doesn't have little fluffs on the end of her ears. It's very flat. It's very cat-like, strangely, but it's wolf, but it feels like cat. This is strange. Alright. We'll do this, and we'll do a little bit of that. I think that works. No, it's just, I see why people get confused, but she's not supposed to be. She's not supposed to be. But I just see why people get confused by cat. She's being mislabeled! Alright. I probably should start on sketching out her outfit for now, so we'll do this layer for outfit. This is gonna be really hard to do that collar. What is up with this collar? What is up with this out- Oh, this is confusing. This is gonna be really confusing, isn't it? Alrighty here. Let's try something like this. Wait, where's the... Okay, I need to figure out where the belt is. This is really hard to do on chibis sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. It's really hard to fit what you need to on a chibi. Because the proportions are so wonky. Especially with the large waist. So this goes toward the center, kind of. This is really awkward to do on a chibi. I wish this would stop defaulting to crayon. Unbite? How does that work? Is this a jacket? Wait. There's a regular concept art. Is that the whole it is, okay. Whole thing's a big jacket, okay. I'm gonna need the stream just to figure out how this all pans together. How are we gonna do the chibi version of this? I guess like this? Now I can't do the backing of it. Horn, this is a giant collar! How is this even tactical? Like this, maybe? It's so awkward. It would be slightly less awkward if it wasn't chibi, but because it's chibi, it's even more awkward. You make it comically high? Oh, you mean like I could extend it further? I think this is accurate to where her hair is, no? The other thing is this thing's in the way too. But this thing, Is this supposed to be like really outward? It's so skinny because there's not enough of a waist. There's not enough of a waist to balance it. It doesn't work. We're gonna probably go backward with it, cause I don't think this works. Alright. I'm trying to figure it out, but it just kind of wants to. All right, I can move it upward a little bit here, maybe, just so we can get the idea of the cloth part of it. Because otherwise, I don't even see the cloth. I think this works. We'll do something like that, right? Just draw a crepe with her head sticking out the top, and it'll be close enough. Oh my gosh. There you go. Wolf burrito. Oh my gosh. I can't believe how disturbingly accurate that works. Oh, lovely. Why does that work so well, though, honestly? It shouldn't work as well as it does. Horn's gonna kill me. Oh. Oh, gosh. Tony Virgil, thank you for shouting out the mail club. I appreciate it. New series, Optus Dessert. So with the plush finished, what do we do now? Oh. Brand new asset kit to sell. I'm at least gonna make little paws sticking out so it's not super awkward looking. There we go. Ops' dessert is big brain. You need to draw the plushie holding the horn. Go. Oh. Call it she of a skin to sell. Make her an ice cream. This is so off topic. This is so off target. Oh my gosh. Make her an ice cream. Oh my gosh. It kind of looks like a mega slowpoke. Oh. Oh, my face hurts now. It's the next sanity item for the anniversary. Oh, we have totally lost it. Hello, welcome back Monday. Oh my gosh. The Secta will love it. What is the- I don't even remember what it is. It's like something like that, and artillery and wings or something. I don't remember what the logo is. I was thinking that though. I was like, what if I just try doing the logo for this? I don't remember what it looks like. Something like that. Oh my gosh. Victoria or Laterano. It's hard to translate the straight lines from the belt form to chibi. It really is, yeah. I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna try my best. If anyone comes into chat and they see this, just don't question it. Alright, let's try getting the rest of the sleeve here. Bestseller of the cafe for sure. Alright. We can get a little bit of her pouches here. Oh my gosh, can I please get the— there we go. I need the right brush here. We can have a few of those peeking through. I think we did the same with bagpipes, so it works. You know it's cheap by having the shield hide her waist. Could, yeah. Oh, I didn't realize the higher— oh man, there's 2 belts! Shoot. That's gonna make this more difficult. Alright, this has to then go further down. Because there's 2 belts. There's 2 belts. That's fine, that looks slightly more accurate anyway. And then we have a top belt here. Which I'm not gonna be able to fit very well. But I'll try. And then... this is really hard to fit on a chibi. How do people do chibis? Like, seriously. I've never been able to figure out chibis very well. Close enough, right? Maybe she can sit on her shield? That's an interesting idea. Philosophy question. Does her coat constitute a very deep V-neck? I don't think so, because it looks like it's wrapped? I don't know. Which way is her? Okay. Hang on. This is gonna be really... Can't make this easy, huh? I guess that works, and then there's these tassel pieces. Which, one thing I hate about doing chibi clothes with the sitting thing is trying to, like, draw the clothes going over the chibi. It is always a mess. Try something like this, I guess? It never works well. And then I never have time to, I never have a chance to do, like, whatever the detail is on the shoes. So we're just gonna do a tiny little bit of it here. There's no other way to show it. And it's just barely peeking out there. I don't think I ever noticed a bit of her tail shows in the art. Yeah, a little bit, so we have to make sure to add that. But then it's gonna get hidden by the shield. I don't want it to be hidden by the shield. Okay. So many different weapons here. Alright, she also has this thing here. She has 2 of these here. These are also— oh, those go— wait. This is 1 belt, and then there's a cross belt. Okay. And then these things are on the cross belt. See, we basically kind of have to make it nonsensical at some point, because it just gets to the point where it's just too busy. Like, that works, that works, that works. Don't have any room for the ID. That works enough. And then she still has the huge amount of hair, too. We can add that in. And there's the piece that goes in front, right over where we need the... Shoot. Alright, let's do it, like... here, maybe? How far does that go? About here? It's the other thing, is that it's like, it's never correctly lined up either. With the different hair pieces and such. Because it's going further away in the chibi style. So it's never gonna be an accurate match. Try something like that, maybe? It doesn't work, because that gets cut off. So, that part's just gonna have to get cut off, and then you can see it on the other side. That's okay. We have to do a lot of, like, problem solving with these. If you haven't noticed. It's a lot of, technical problem solving to try to make it somewhat appealing and somewhat accurate around all these pieces and not overlapping too much in weird ways. I'm trying to work on Plushie style. Hello, Armtalks! Let's make this go back a little further. Kind of struggling with this one, but I feel like I struggle with all of them in some way. I feel like none of them are ever fully easy. Yeah, her hair is definitely very wispy, but Plushie hair is, like, made of felt normally, so I can kind of only go so far with it. Wait, how long is it supposed to be? Hang on a sec. It shows it, like, in the concept art sheet, it shows it, it looks like it basically goes, to the base of her tail. It's actually a little bit longer. It's pretty long. It's pretty dang long. Yeah, the sword hides it. She has 3 weapons? We definitely can't draw all of them. Let me just try to see if that makes sense, or if it makes sense to keep it shorter based on the chibi proportion. No, it's definitely meant to be long. It's definitely meant to be long. It's hard to get a good balance of it, that's all. Trying to make it a little wispier if we can, but... maybe like that? So cute and deadly. Alright. For her shoes, we'll just do the standard here that I've been doing. Never entirely accurate, but that's okay. Just gets the idea down. And then... we really need to figure out the weaponry, don't we? Let me save that. We don't lose anything. Okay. What can we... let's... if we do a weapon, let's still try to make her tail show. That would be ideal. Or we can have it fully covered. Need to move this. There. We'll move it over there. She might need to sit on her shield at this point. What are we thinking so far here? Also, this would make my life easier if I turn it like how it is in the art. There's so many weapons. Thinking we don't do that here. Crave is like a magical girl mascot floating nearby. Alright, let's see here. Let's make this a little bit... Oh, are these... Did I somehow end up making the... I did. Put it on the same layer. Not happy. Not a good idea, but oh well. Alright. I need to move that, because that determines hair length. That was dumb. Don't do that. That's still pretty accurate enough. I need to try to figure out the weapon, though. Are we... Alright, I might just do, like... Is this attached to her arm? If it's attached, I won't be able to do it. Because that's a little too... Well, maybe? Let me think. If I did this whole weapon in, like, a chibi format, does that work? Not really. It has all those... that piping and stuff. What even is her weapon? That's a great question. Oh, gosh. Hi, this is my first time catching a stream live, but I really enjoyed seeing your Arknights journey as a returning player who came back for the new event. Well, Kieran, thank you so much, and it is good to see you. I hope you're having a good day today. I am doing my best to try to figure out how to make a plush so that we can have it ready next time we're back in story. I'll be very impressed if you managed to chibify that stuff. I'm trying, but I kind of ran out of room. At the very least, I just ran out of room for the piping here. Is it... How much is it attached? It's attached, but it does have a little bit of leeway room. Like, move... Why is this here? A little bit of... If I can turn it slightly to give more room here. Let's see. Does that work? Question mark? Maybe? Because then this is, like, attached to her arm here? This is really confusing. I just don't have room for the... Well, maybe I could. It would be really messy, and not all of it's gonna show. But I could. I think, unfortunately, the cannon lacks a distinct shape/color to reduce it. Yeah. Just got a chance to look back, and it looks really good so far. Also, what happened to the cone horn? It's a crepe! Alright, if that doesn't work... I mean, that's... Is the cannon attached to the shield? What? Alright, here's what I'm possibly... No. It's like a mortar built into a shield. Okay, so it's kind of important. Alright. Let me think back to the other plush we did, because we did, We didn't give a weapon to... Who have we given weapons to? We didn't give weapons to anybody but Neural, I think. I think Neural is the only one who got to keep her weapon on the plushie. So... yeah, Fia didn't. Pram didn't even have her bell. Scotty didn't. Nobody else had their weapon. But I feel like Horn is kind of more iconically needing the weapon compared to the others, but I don't know. I guess it's a matter of if we want to go casual or not. I think it's plenty if you only draw the back piece. I'm just trying to figure out, like, how recognizably needed it is, I guess. Did Pram not have the floating bell or ribbon thing? No, that was a chibi drawing that I have yet to finish. That wasn't the same as the plush. She's all about gear, I see why she needs it. Yeah, that's the thing, like, Horn's most iconic thing is the headband. The headband needs to be a little curved. A little bit more curved, I think. Horn kind of is defined by her weaponry visually, it feels like. Because her design is... aside from the weapons, the design is so muted, right? Alright, let me just try... one other thing. Let me just try playing a little bit, because we're playing right now still. We're in play mode. Let me just try something. It is a lot different in shape than I thought it was. Unless, no, that's the, oh, no, the shield is not shown anywhere. Okay. Kind of does have a little bit of a KOB vibe in terms of defined by weapons. I did something like that, and then... what if we did that kind of thing? It's not entirely, like, connected or congruent or whatever, but maybe it just gets the idea down. She does kind of... It's kind of an all or nothing situation, isn't it? She did have all that on her when she was at the party! Oh my gosh. Her main profile's almost horizontal this way. It kind of is, yeah. It's fine though, I mean, it just sort of... That part's fine. It doesn't take up too much extra room. I don't know. Why don't I put it to a vote? Why don't I put it to a vote? Because I can simplify these so that we don't go crazy with it, but let me put it to a vote. How do I do that? There we go. Let's try that. See if this works. I don't do polls a lot, so... You know how votes go around here? Please don't do this. Please don't do this to me. You guys already are. Amazing. How does this keep happening? Genuinely. How? How do you keep doing this? Maybe a toggle between reading and stages. It's bad enough that I don't ever remember my own toggle. Keyboard ASMR woke me up for the poll, thanks. Star, please, the feral Fae children must have their chaos. Do you have enough of your chaos? Jeez, this poll's going wild. It keeps shifting! We're gonna leave it up for a few minutes. We'll just chit-chat for a bit while we give people time to answer the poll. Oh my goodness. Dirtborka, hello, welcome in. It's relatively decisive for once. Do we? Are we good? And make sure everyone has an option? Time people. It's somewhat decisive. It's not entirely clear. Do I have anything to say about the mail club while waiting? That is a great question. There are some new faces here, so hi. If you're interested in things that I do that are not always related to Arknights, I did start up a mail club, and for those of you who are confused what a mail club is, basically every single month I mail a letter directly to you, and it features an art print and a collectible card, and it's all about the Stargazers and things related to Illusionari, and it's not Arknights based, but it's my own thing, and if you're interested in learning more, do consider, thank you Aratane, do consider joining the Discord to learn more about Illusionari, the Stargazers, the community, the whole world that we are exploring. But we would be happy to have you in the Discord, and then if you are interested in joining the mail club, there are only a few spots left to get permanent early bird pricing. The price is going to go up after the slots are filled, and that means that every single month yours will be cheaper. It is to thank people of the community who have been here for a long time. Once slots are filled, they are gone, so do consider joining in time to get early bird discount permanently. What is this paper? How quaint. So far, who has been your favorite operator throughout your journey on Terra? Mine is my boy in Thorns, but I also really like Abyssal Hunters and the Sui siblings. Okay, Storyline-wise, I don't think I... Storyline-wise, I really like the Neurals. I really like, Maria and, I really like Blemmy and, Neural, but overall operators, I am a Fox family fan. I love Suzerain and Vulpes and the unnamed Fox husband. I really, really love the Fox family. I adore Suzerain. I adore Vulpes. I haven't gotten to Vulpes' event, but I did read Twilight of Volamond. But I didn't read Portatori, because that's way far out there. But storyline-wise, I really like the Neural family. Not biased! They're precious, okay? What if you showed a thing on stream that the people would be getting? Sure! Sure, why not? Because I already have the file up here, I think. So for those of you who were in the Discord yesterday, you've seen that little teaser, but if you didn't notice it, if you didn't get the ping by any chance, let me make sure this is the right file. I think it's the right file. This is the trading card that people are gonna get for the first month. So if you are interested at all in the mail club, you would be receiving this in the mail. And And it's gonna, hopefully, if everything goes correctly, it's gonna look a little bit special, hopefully. We're really hoping it'll work. But this is the first art piece of the mail club in trading card form, and then you've seen the postcard. How will it be printed? Like, I was gonna save that for when I actually have a physical one in my hand, just a photograph. Your favorites are the dragon gals and reptile ladies. That is fair. Look at our Prism go, being all smart and stuff. I know, it's a funny contrast right now, because you can see her, like, actual form versus how you guys know her in the corner on the left. So you guys are so used to seeing the left-hand corner version, but her real, natural, everyday version is in this card. I was just trying to help you advertise because you don't do it much unless I push you. Thank you, Vessa. I appreciate you helping me advertise. But yes, I'm going to try to get this in the mail, and hopefully I will be able to show a example of how this is going to look printed. I'm trying to see if I can give it a certain finish that I'm really excited about, but I don't know if it's going to work, so, you know, fingers crossed, here's hoping we can get it working. That's the right-hand corner? Don't do this to me. It's not. It's not. It's not! It's not, right? Depends. From your perspective, it's the right side. I'm going with your perspective. I'm sorry, I was just trying to gaslight the Live 2D artist for the funny. I have forever been tainted. I have forever been tainted. So for those of you guys who are, confused, I do know my left and rights, but I've kind of mentally messed them up because of how long I've been working in Live 2D. And when you work in Live 2D, it's the exact opposite. Your right is your left and your left is your right. So because I have been working in Live 2D for so long, I no longer am fully sure of my basic left-rights because you have to reverse it when you're using Live 2D. And this is like hours and hours and hours on end of meticulous detail of constantly working on the wrong side of your brain. And you have to label everything left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, but it's the opposite. It's the complete opposite. So you mess yourself up after a few months of that, it's not easy to go back. Do you have to do the hand trick to be sure? A little bit. Why did they do that? I don't know, because they want to torture us. Because you guys have heard how long rigging takes, so you know that it's just hours and hours and hours of meticulous detail. But it's hours of meticulous detail that messes up your brain understanding. I don't know why they do it that way, they just do. Because it's supposed to be the model's perspective. So when you said that's actually your right, then yes, if I was thinking about it from where I would be looking and not where my audience is looking, then yes, that would be the Live 2D way of doing it. I do feel a bit guilty, but at the same time, I was really amused you generally had to stop and think about it for a bit. Live 2D deals in anatomical left and rights like medical classes. Yeah, probably. Yeah, because you're thinking about, yes. Yes. Why is the pole getting closer? Oh. Guys, why did it was clear and now it's all weird now again. What did we do? Chaos reigns. Guys, it was so clear before. What did you do to do that? Why did you have to change it? That's why drawing gets confusing too when the character's facing you. But with drawing, you shouldn't have to get it medical left, right. You should be fine just doing what you see. Chaos, I can do anything. Oh gosh, Artane. Alright, I guess it seems we're going with the weapons. It's 56%. It's so, like, small. I don't know. The other thing is if we don't do weapons, her tail shows up easier. It's so different. Here, let me flash them back and forth for you guys. Make an informed decision here. So that you know what you're working with. See if that changed. And it keeps going down! I'm leaving it on the other side for a minute. While we chat, yap. The vote keeps changing. What am I supposed to do? Why do you guys always try to make it even? How will she shoot her enemies without her weapons? You know, it's kind of funny. It reminds me of, like, the little Build-A-Bear accessories that you could get. It reminds me of the little Build-A-Bear, like, if you've seen, like, the Star Wars Build-A-Bear, and it'll just be, like, a little felt lightsaber with, like, a little tie on their little bear paw. Build a cat? You can do that now. You know what's funny? I was talking to somebody regarding the letters the other day, because, I talk in the letter about, like, hi, my name is Starlight, and I'm a prismatic kitsune, and then I'm like, oh, I'm a prismatic kitsune, a rainbow fox, and then, the person I was talking to was like, I think people know what a kitsune is, and I'm like, do they? Can I assume that? Am I allowed to assume that? And it was funny, because I was thinking about it, and I was like, Build-A-Bear now has kitsune, and they don't even bother explaining what it is. They're just like, yeah, a kitsune, what's your problem? Build-A-Bear is very mainstream, so I feel like if Build-A-Bear doesn't need to explain it, then I guess I don't. There, now it's more even with tail. You can assume most VTuber fans are at least weeb enough to know kitsune. True, but the thing is, I don't know who's joining the mail club over time, right? Because I keep thinking of mail club audience as being, like, the type who want to know about, like, your afternoon tea time, and those people aren't gonna know what a kitsune is. So I was trying to make it general enough, and then it was like, no, you don't need to do that anymore, because now Build-A-Bear uses the term without explaining it. And I just thought it was kind of... Kite Sunny. God. Tail is no longer vanishing. You can now make a more informed decision. We are at 54%. So I guess, democracy-wise, we are going with the weapons. Even though it's only, like, tiny bit off. Can I do 2 mail club packages, or is it 1 per person? If you are trying to have another version to send to someone, you could. I actually do have someone who's doing that. They gave me, 2 subscriptions and 2 addresses. Which is actually when I ended up bringing up the kitsune thing. Oh no, you read the awful pronunciation and it crashed my stream! Oh no! Why do I feel like THLPH just wants, like, 2 copies so we can send one to, like, some sort of market manufacturing? Yes! Oh gosh, alright. It went up again. I think we are going, I think we're going with the weapons. I think I'm wasting too much time on the poll. I think the weapons, I think the poll is done. It went up again and we've been in here for a while, so I think we're closing the poll. Last 5 seconds to make your final decisions. Alrighty, we're closing it. 27 people voted! Jeez, alright then. Artillery one. Hey Stargaze, do you want cool weapons and have me create more work for myself? You silly fox, how did you expect this to end? I didn't know if people would say that it, like, looked more appealing one way or the other, okay? I wasn't sure what was gonna happen, and I wanted to at least give people a voice. Considering most people say that I don't anyway. There we go, it's a little more triangular, like in the base art. I just realized that it's artillery. I voted both? How did you vote both? One thing, have the front shield lean the other way as if it's resting on her foot. Huh? One thing, have the front shield lean the other way as if it's resting on her foot? Hang on a sec. You can't give us freedom. You have to be a strong dictator with an iron fist to deal with the lunar bunnies. I don't wanna. We all love our plushies having a military-grade shield attached with it. Alrighty. That's fine. I don't mind the extra work if that's what you guys prefer, and it fits her more, and hopefully we get a lot of use out of this. Hopefully we don't just, like, rush through super quickly. Hopefully we get to see this a lot on stream so that it's worth it. Look, I already did Neural Shield for the one where it appeared for, like, 10 minutes. Figure out how that works. I don't know how this literally works. The heck is this? There we go. The heck? Wait, did that work? Hang on! Wait! Prism, why were you in the way? Wait a minute! Oh my gosh! Wait! Okay, the mail club alerts work! The mail club alerts work! Did not hear it? I saw it. It was a tiny little propeller. I didn't see or hear anything. It was definitely visual. Go back a few seconds. Prism, okay. Prism, you might need to move at some point in the future. Or, I mean, maybe I need to move alerts at some point in the future. But there was a little propeller! Oh my gosh. Or slim down with tiny prism. Teeny tiny prism. Wait. Tiny prism? Prism needs to live upside down in the top left instead. Blue Prism to your head? I don't wanna. I didn't even finish typing the shipping address. Squisher? You guys are awful. Even though Newbie does it all the time. There you go! I'm sure she enjoys it just like cats do. Oh gosh. Excellent. I should probably just have her like in the frame, then at least the alerts would show. Ant Prism. There's not a thought in Prism, and yet she's actually the architect. That's the amazing part, right? I knew you guys would never get that in a million years. Alright, we're gonna write weapons here in big bold letters, but we're gonna hide it because I'm not gonna be able to work on the thing in front and the weapons at the same time. Lore accurate architect, to be honest? What does that mean? Twins. THLPH, my goodness. Twins. Oh my gosh. Prism is like when the character is actually very intelligent and quite powerful, but the derpy fan art of her is what gets popular. That's so true, though. Oh my gosh. She's actually extremely smart, but she just... like the Doro and Nikkei? Yeah, exactly. This is our door. Exactly. Oh my gosh. Newbie's gonna get a kick out of hearing that. The girls in Trickle? I don't think there's a thought in any of those. I don't think any of I don't think that's like a, oh, Nikkei, but chibi and silly. I think the Trickle girls are just a little hopeless. And I say that with affection. Oh. Accurate star lore? What do you mean by that? Alright, let's... How do we need to fix this? I'm at the point now where I just need to refine stuff, and I don't like doing that on stream. That's always not fun. I guess we'll just do a little bit more weapon detail here. What Artemis said. Back to Rimworld where stars pumping out masterwork, advanced bionic arms, and sunburn cannons. What? Alright then. Okay, I think we really need to figure out, like, how to make this cannon thing work. I just realized she also has no way of, like... Alright, we have to add, like, the little, This is the Build-A-Bear thing! It's a little strap to add your weapons to. This is literally the Build-A-Bear gimmick. Oh my gosh. This is a little string for the lightsabers and stuff. This is just the Build-A-Bear. First stream and I've already subbed. Holy, I'm skilled. Little Toad, hello! Welcome in! How are you doing? I hope you're having a good day today. Oh my goodness. Starmade horrors within comprehension? Do I want to know what a sunburn cannon is? It doesn't sound very safe or... What is a sunburn cannon? Do I want to know? It sounds intense and freaky. Do I want to know? That's the real question, though. Does that mean the chibi shield is strapped to the foot? I'm just going with the fact you can kind of see the arm, and maybe it's being, like, held from the back or something. I don't know. Is it safe? For the user, it is. Today's been a blessed stream for everyone here. It has been quite an interesting stream. Newbie's gonna come in at some point and be like, why Prism Flat? Sounds like a nickname for Fiametta. It kind of does, though. For the target, it is the equivalent of being exposed to the vacuum of space. I see. Oh. Tell everyone the shield is just Velcro to her foot. There you go. Rimworld is not a happy place. Neither is Terra, but we're still here. Alright, let's see. Next up on the list of star crimes, Gravity Hammer. Do I have a choice in the matter here? Kinda sounds like I don't have much of a choice here. It seems to be much higher, I think. It seems to be, like, way higher, and... what am I looking at for marks? We're gonna have to simplify the little pipe things. I'm not getting much extra room here. I was trying to give myself some extra room, and it's not really happening. Not much to work with. Terra is an amusement park compared to Rimworld. The heck? I feel like half of the things in Rimworld, all the problems are caused by the user. Alright, we're slowly getting the right shape here. Kind of. Running out of room, that is for sure. I'm gonna have to do this in, like, different spots, I think. It's not gonna be, like, super accurate to where these need to land, but I'm just doing it to give it, like, a tiny bit of extra visual context. Because they need to be there in some form, I feel like, but it doesn't need to be super perfect or accurate. It just needs to show that they are there. Maybe, like Couch said, maybe they're too distracting. I don't know yet. There we go. That is a better shape, at least. At the beginning, no. However, later on in the game, the players are definitely the biggest problem on the planet. See? I knew it. From everything I've heard about Rimworld, it sounds like the design goal was to make the edgiest thing possible. Really? Jeez. Alright, I think we've kind of got something. The only problem is the, I'm trying to do this part. It's not quite accurate to, like, being against her arm, but I can only go so close with it. Or wait, no, maybe if her jacket is thick enough, then it's okay. Yeah, if her jacket's thick enough, it'll look okay. And then she just needs a little bit more of a brace here. That's fine, that works. I feel like Vessa's silently judging me because I don't know what a chibi is. Star help, I caught the hiccups, give me a blessing to make them go away. Vessa, you're not a fish. Does that work still? Why do you have to rub it? No, God patched that exploit 2 years ago. No! It was so good. Watch me turn Vessa into a fish by the power of genetics. There you go, Vessa. Dream come true. What is happening on the inside here? There's so much mechanical stuff happening. I can't see it. It's so dark. Obviously, I'm not gonna have any room or ability to add that in a chibi, but... just trying to see what it is. We'll just make like another line here so that we can show that it's thicker. And then we need the actual thing here somewhere. Okay. We have to make this a little shorter so that this doesn't jab into the ground. There we go. Something like that. I really need more room here. It's not very chibi friendly, for sure. I forgot your tail was attached. There we go. If you have hiccups, just turn on manual breathing for a while. It might work. You never know. Alright, we'll do the color cutoff here, which is a little early, but that's fine again. We're just trying to get the idea down. I'll just do this, this, this. This is why I have to reduce the opacity, because it's so hard to see what I'm doing. Is there any way that I can tilt this further? So it doesn't look like it's going straight down. Try this? Let's maybe we can line it up a little bit better. hang on. It's not this part, it's this part. There we go. What? What do you mean I've doomed you all? What are you talking about? I'm not the one who said that. What do you mean? What did I... What do you mean I've doomed you all? You read it out? I read what Catch said. I don't think that's dooming people if it's a potential cure for hiccups. Throwing Catch under the bus like that? But what? The goal was to get rid of hiccups. Is this not the goal? Is this not the purpose? Is to get rid of hiccups? Alright, I think I've refined this canon as best I can. With the tiny little amount of space that I have to work with. There we go. I think Catch just wanted to inflict psychic damage on THLPH and VJ. You are back in hiccup list, so it worked! So we're fine. So, like, everyone is fine. Everyone's fine. You just said it worked, so therefore, was it Catch's... Was it Catch's, trick? That I apparently can't say anymore? Alright. Giant cannon is figured out, for the most part. You know, I'm an idiot for doing this, but you guys can always say that I have the most accurate chibis. You guys can go into the Arknights community areas that I can't, and go into the Reddit and be like, you know who has the most accurate chibis? You need a stupid amount of accuracy in this chibi. Go where I cannot. At some point, you know what? I've done so many of these that at this point, I really think I should just do a Chibi YCH. Because I've done so many of these, right? I wanna open that, you know, once I have a better handle on my existing waitlist. Need to do a YCH for these. Because I pretty much figured out, like, how to nail it down. What's YCH? YCH means your character here. So basically, you know how I started this stream with a template? Like, if you remove all these, we have this. That's a your character here, a YCH. Meaning I could change whoever this is, which we have been doing, right? So I could offer that as like, hey, if I'm, you know, probably never going to, you know, if it's like, we didn't have time to do a chibi for Golden Glow, but someone wants to see it, then, like, they could commission a YCH Golden Glow or something. That kind of thing. If only you had some Valentine's YCH examples to show. I mean, we literally have multiple versions of the plush! I feel like that's our best example in this exact instance. That's why all the plush look identical. They're all on a base. Quick question, what is that you're using to add texture to your ears? What? What is that what you're using to add texture to your ears? My ears? Like, you mean the crystal? Oh, like how I've done it? This is how I've done it. Alright, let's get a base color here. This is how I color my ears. Trying to do this too fast. I do a base color around the coloring wheel. And then it's like a weird 4-part thing, and then I go to like pure, like vibrant neon blue, and I color the whole thing so that it's a more unified color on an overlay layer. So everything's like a little bit more blue-purple. Reduce that like halfway. That way it becomes less tropical. You see if you can see the difference, right? That example is a little more tropical. This is a little more celestial in color tone. And then what I do is I grab a lasso and make a bunch of white triangles everywhere. And then I set the triangles to a glow layer and then slightly reduce it. And then if it's a little awkward, then I just sort of move them around and stuff like that. So it's triangles. And I reduce it a little bit, so it's kind of subtle. It's triangles on an add glow layer. Alrighty. Get my ear out of here. You craft individual gem facets instead of using a texture brush. I've tried using a texture brush before. Because it's such a small area, I don't have as much control as I need. So it doesn't make sense to do it with a brush, for something that tiny. Normally, yes, using a brush does make sense, but in this case, it wouldn't. Just because it's so small. So it's better to have control so that you can make each little facet look, not awkward. A little bit more visually appealing, you know? Alright, shield is almost done. I just have to try to figure out how this folding maneuver thingy works. It's really tilted in the official artwork. And then there's just a few of these. And Victorian emblem I will do later. Just trying to get the idea down. Alright, might need to liquefy this a little bit. Is that about right? And then there's these things, which I can simplify heavily. Do the last one over here so we have more room between these. There we go. I think that works a little bit better, right? I can see why Amertuck said it does kind of look like cigarettes. Of course you would have a bunch of Triforces in your ear! Oh my gosh. Yeah, guilty as charged, I suppose. Oh, Vessa's gonna save that one. I know it. Okay. Did I have... I feel like I had a... Oh, there it is. I have a little pipe here. I was trying to put it out of the way, so that it wouldn't get in the way of her hair. And then the shield, I think we've mainly figured out the shield... not shield, the sword. I'm glad that we just have to do the tiniest little bit of the sword and it still works. Still valid. Maybe we'll make it a little bit... Let me see. Make it a little bit larger. No, because I don't want it to interact with this thing. This thing sticking out. And now that this is nearly covered up, we probably could make this one a little bit larger. Just because we can sort of play around with our shape language allowance. There we go. I can't believe we're actually figuring out how to do this, considering this design. I'm gonna have to do the thing after stream for refining all that, because I don't like doing refinement on stream. And I need to think too much when I do refinement, and thinking and stream don't really go hand in hand, unfortunately, so, you know. Maybe I'll make these a little bit larger on each end. That's better. I like that. I'm very curious to see how this all eventually comes together. How this gets tied into our main narrative. Not the plushie, I mean the actual story. Chad is having a struggle? Why is Chad having a struggle? Alright. Save the- ah! Not this one. This one. Save this one. Alright. Download things. Instead of skipping to current messages, it's showing you all the previous messages. Oh my. That is wild. Alright, what detail do we need here? Some kind of pattern here, and then there's like a random S on it? Is this right? This feels a little strange. The pattern just sort of abruptly stops. It's really painted. It's really painterly. So I can't tell what it's actually supposed to be. But I guess we'll just make it really painterly too then. Right? Alright, let's hide this, because we know we won't need it. Let's start hiding things that we know we don't need, so we don't get confused visually about things. You know there's gonna be hair here. Yeah, I'm not really sure how to handle the extra little hair piece here. I guess like this. I guess the way we had it is fine. Oh, she has a second one. That'll help sort of balance things, maybe. Or not. Never mind. That doesn't help at all. Nope, that doesn't... Okay. See if I can make this, like, lay better. Does that look better? Or... It makes tangents no matter what. That's a little bit more natural, though, I think. Slightly more natural. Alright, and the rest is gonna get... The rest on this side, this is so much messier, it's gonna get completely covered. Not a tangent. I'm trying to get rid of them, it's not always easy. It's really not. It's not always easy, it sometimes fights you. Boof. I think I'm kind of at the point now where all I have to keep doing is refining, though. So, alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna save this. And we're gonna start doing Grab this. This. I'm gonna start doing quick base. This would help if it was on the right layer. Let's bring you all the way down then. Make this purple so we can see what's going on here. There we go. We'll just start throwing this in, and then I'll do the refinement, and then we'll sort of have a better idea of where this is eventually going to go, right? Right, okay. I think that'll make sense. Why did this not pick up the right color at all? Come on. Why are we being dumb? Come on. There we go. Get her tail in here. And it's more like a cooler blonde, I think. Yeah, it's about right. A little bit lighter. At least that's what I'm seeing in the, or unless this is, no, I think that's accurate. And then tons of tactical gear. So we're just gonna make this whole thing in gray while I figure out what I'm doing. Around everything here. This is not a selection tool, this is a regular brush. Alright. I'm gonna go around here really... It would help if I didn't lose it. And do that. This would really help if I had better control. I'm getting a little lost. But that's okay. Alright. This. Make this a little bit lighter so we can actually see what we're doing. That's not what I need. There we go. I'm just sort of drafting it out right now. Trying to figure out where things need to go. Even if it's really loose, just gives me a better idea of what to do. Probably leave it like that. And then let's see. Let's just do a quick gray around all the weapons. See if this is helping us establish a good shape language. And then we'll have a better idea of, like, what this is eventually gonna look like. I'm at least glad that I can base it out on stream, because basing it out is a lot of back and forth, trial and error, so it does definitely help to be able to do that ahead of time. I'll grab a little bit of a darker color here. Finish that off. Alright. With that overall look, how is it feeling? It's obviously not perfect, it's obviously not refined, but like, it's getting the look generally that we're trying to establish. It gets us the feeling anyway. Very cute and dangerous. I feel like the weapons were a good call, because yes, they are extra work, but they really kind of do define her, don't they? She is armed and ready. It really kind of does define her. It definitely seems like, design-wise, she's very needed with the weapons. If you squeeze its stomach, it'll blow someone up instead of making cute noises. Oh, goodness. Well, now we have Horn and Bagpipe. If anyone asks why Bagpipe doesn't have her weapons, just say that Horn is, like, covering for both of them. It's fine. Oh. So now we have, and we got both of them together. Hang on a sec, where's the... There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. There we go. Bagpipe for gore. Bagpipe had so many details in her regular design that I'm just like, you know what? I don't need more distractions there. Bagpipe is potato farmer. Horn is living artillery. Fair enough. Also, because you guys don't get to see this on stream, I need to show this to you. I need to show this to you. Because I don't know what a chibi is, and I need you to appreciate that I don't know what a chibi is. I don't know how it ends up being this way, it just does. I don't know what a chibi is, and I don't think I'm ever gonna learn what a chibi is. But hey. Chibi quote! I know I did, I know I did. I don't know how to not. Because mentally I just go, but it's missing something. I don't know how I end up doing that, but hey! At least it looks good. This is what I'm saying. Go to the places I cannot. Bagpipe looks a little naked without a weapon. A fine horn cone could fix it. Oh. You're right, it's missing a Lupo ice cream. New subgenre of chibi? Stupidity? Because that's what this is. Looking at her now, I think Bagpipe has a few too many brain cells in plushie form. Oh. Subgenre of chibi, that's great though. I just realized that all the detail that we gave for Horn's hair is completely obscured now. But hey, it's obscured in the main art anyway, so accurate. Alright. I think we are probably going to call it there. I will do the line art off stream because I can't, you can see why I can't get myself to do line art on stream. It just doesn't work mentally for me. Maybe someday I'll figure out how, but I've never been able to figure out how, so I don't think I'm gonna do that on the stream. I also need to continue doing mail club stuff. We have, we have the card done, we have the postcard done, we have to do a few more little detail things, and then We're gonna do some print tests. Hopefully get it all out, ready to go. Thank you so much again for those of you who have joined the mail club. I'm genuinely so excited. I really hope that you guys enjoy it. I'm so nervous about it, but I'm really hoping it works out. I appreciate you guys' support so much in this new venture, in this new endeavor. It genuinely means so much to me, so thank you. Now for the pipe bombs. Oh my gosh. Alrighty, but yeah, make sure that you subscribe on YouTube, follow on Twitch if you haven't yet. Please make sure that you consider joining the Discord. We'd be happy to have you. There's an Arknights channel. There are threads if you would like to talk about anything that is spoilery. Thank you very much for showing up the Discord. If you're new here, do consider joining the Discord. It's very active. We'd be happy to have you here. And I will see you guys on Saturday, where we do Chapter 9 story wrap-up, and I think we're either doing operators or operator records or vignettes. But either way, Chapter 9 story wrap-up. We have to see how this all goes down to get us into Chapter 10. Alright. Have a fantastic rest of your day, evening, or night, wherever you may be in the world, or the many worlds beyond, stargazers. And well, thank you so much, and all the best.